Good evening and welcome once again to the Don Valley for game 23 of the Stones Bitter Championship. Tonight's visitors are St. Helens, who are coming off a 6-match winning run and are currently 5th in the table and are looking to hang on to a position to strike for the top 4 finish. The Eagles tonight will be hoping to consolidate the top 8 position they secured with that good win against Fed last week. We have with us tonight Ron Off, a well-known commentator, well respected throughout St. Helens. Hi, Ron.
Yes, thanks very much, Mike. Very good of you. Hard game tonight, both playing well. Who knows, eh?
Yeah, both teams coming off a good run. The Eagles coming off a run of 4 consecutive league First Division wins, which is their best run so far. We'll just run through the teams for you as the Eagles come out. The Eagles have a fullback Gamson, on the wings Pixley and Plange, in the centres Price and Fraze, half-backs Powell and Aston, front row Broadbent, Jackson and Cook, the back 3 Carr, Maguire and Farrell. Replacements today for the Eagles are Sheridan and Hughes. Saints have a fullback Hunt, on the wings Riley and Sullivan, in the centres Rapati and Laughlin, half-backs Martin and McAtee, front row Dannett, Hodgkinson and Pickavance, the back 3 Joint, Dwyer and Cooper. And replacements today for Saints are Afi Lee Wheeler and Phil Beavers. We'll have to excuse us for that pronunciation. We'll get used to it as the game goes on. So, Ron, who do you see as the danger men for the Eagles?
Well, they're all dangerous, aren't they, on the day? Obviously, Daryl Powell, he's a danger, but the 2 second rowers, I think they're playing well. Carr and Maguire, 2 Aussies, and outstanding as well, but they're all dangerous on the day. Saints have got to contain them. We've got danger men in our side, and obviously you'll have done your homework as regards that. But it's going to be an entertaining game. David Campbell, the referee, ex-St. Helens wingman, Mike. He only lives down the road from Widnes, so I suppose if we come away with the spoils tonight, maybe the local speckies will think we've brought him on the team coach.
No, Sheffield supporters don't think in that way at all. Most of the Sheffield supporters, of course, are relatively new to rugby league and don't bring any of that baggage with them to a game.
But they're working on it.
They're working on it, Ron. Well, speaking for Sheffield, of course, the man to look out for Saints always is Shane Cooper. You have to contain Shane Cooper and stop him drifting across field, stop him drifting away from players and getting those passes away. And then, of course, so many strike players in the Saints lineup. Rapati, Hunt, Laughlin and Sullivan can all strike from distance. So if it's anything like the game last week with Eagles at Featherstone, Ron, it'll be a cracking game. Mark Aston to get us away, and off we go. So Saints have won the toss. A perfect evening for rugby league. Not too cold, a little bit damp, not really raining, no wind to speak of. Field nice and firm. So we're in for a 80 minutes superb entertainment, and we've had so many good games at the Don Valley since Christmas. Well, throughout the season really. You were speaking, good tackle from Anthony Farrell. I was just going to say there, Ron, you were talking about the 2 back row men, Maguire and Carr. But a man who's been getting stronger and stronger throughout his First Division career is Anthony Farrell, and he's really come to the front this season.
Yes, he is a good lad. Obviously, he plays well against Saints, and well, as I say, one and all, you've got to watch them all on the day. Everybody's good, aren't they, Mike?
So Eagles with the first scrum. Powell takes one in. Jackson, hands on to Carr. Carr takes it on the blind side. Big defence from Pickavance. And Dwyer. This is Broadbent coming back. Switching the ball, Aston feeds Carr again. Just maintain that position from that early drive. Anthony Farrell will take one to the post, will step. Difficult man to put down. 5 metres from the line, just left-hand side of the post. It's a ball for Powell on the charge. He's over the line, is he? No. Good defence from St. Helens. Good play from the Eagles. Well, that's not a bad way to finish your first set.
Yes, excellent tackling there, Mike, by the Saints, but good work by Sheffield, and the man coming through at pace, and it takes a lot of pulling down a man coming through at pace. The Saints held on to him there, and I've got a penalty for the Pains.
Yeah, Mr. Campbell just pinning the Eagles there for offside. So the Saints get the first penalty of the game. Yeah, top-class defence and top-class approach work from the Eagles. That's Cooper. This is Dannett, hits the ball in, makes it to the 40. Some good defence from the Eagles. This is Joint on the run. Still just short of the halfway line. Dwyer comes in. Still short of the halfway line, the Saints. Good containment from the Eagles so far. Ball goes back to Martin. He toes one over. Just like a little chip shot in golf. And Plange is hoping that'll run dead, but it hasn't. And he comes out with a strong run and gets over the 10-metre line. Well, David Plange, nothing to lose there because Martin didn't chase his kick, so the chasers had to keep 10 metres away anyway.
Yeah, they did, and he's so strong, Plange, isn't he? The ex-Castleford flyer. And, you know, a lot of the wingmen they use, Mike, aren't they? They're brought in at the first and second tackle to see if they can break the defence, and if they get away with the speed, they're on a flyer, aren't they?
Certainly are. And he shares the work out. Maguire with his first touch. 5 metres short of the half. Ball back to Aston. It's not a good kick. He has to readjust. Gets away from Dwyer and puts one in. Nice work, Mark Aston. Little bit untidy, the pass from Lee Jackson. Mark Jackson tidied it up and finished off with a good kick. So McAtee on to Riley. This is Rapati working his way back to fitness. Sullivan out on that left wing, scored 3 tries last week against Wakefield, and according to all reports could have had 5. So the Eagles will have to be very aware on that, on their right hand flank. This is Dannett. Good tackle from Anthony Farrell underneath. This is Martin. He's kicking this time. This time Martin follows his own kick up, puts Mark Gamson under pressure. Good kick and chase from Tommy Martin. Excellent take from Mark Gamson. Richard Pixley working the ball away from the first tackle, makes a good 15. Paul Card again on the short side, testing that short side defence from St. Helens. Broadbent on a big charge, comes in on the angle. Powell will come this time. Nice little ball from Jackson. Powell almost gets the ball away to Jackson, to Cook, to Fraser. Fraser got Pixley, Jackson inside him. Good tackle from Alan Hunt, last tackle. Nice play from the Eagles. Jackson to Aston. A lot of players offside then for Saints. Oh, class work there from Shane Cooper. What a professional that man is. That was a difficult ball to take, Ron, and that's what you want your captain to do.
Yes, and he does the job, Mike. There's no danger about that. As you said before, you rule him as, or rate him as one of the danger men. He is the danger man. There's no danger. A lot of the play revolves around him. He did well there. Good yardage for Eagles, even though in my impartial opinion I thought the pass from Jackson was a hint forward as they moved upfield.
Yes, Powell just had overrun the ball a little bit.
But anyway, you play to the whistle. You've got to get on with the job, and Saints defence contained the Sheffield onslaught.
Yeah, so excellent play again, and again the Eagles good containment on that set, forcing St. Helens to kick from deep in their own half. This is Plange. So it looks like we're in for 80 minutes non-stop action again. Pixley working his way through the heart of the St. Helens defence. Jackson, this time Maguire on the short side. No, Cook hangs on to Cook. Paul Carr comes on the bang. Paul Carr Gets it off to Aston, can't drag it in. Unlucky. Eagles making good progress, and again, Mr. Campbell pinning Mark Aston for holding down.
Well, sometimes, Mike, they with this decision, sometimes they let them lie on, other times they're in quickly. You know, obviously consistency we're looking for, isn't it, really?
But that is the most inconsistent ruling that I think all referees, you're quite right, they'll go through a game, you'll see a player hanging on for 45 seconds, then in that instance, the man was released within a second, and Mr. Campbell ruling that it held him down. As long as it's inconsistent for both teams.
Yeah, that's true, Mike.
So, Saints coming off that second penalty, come back upfield. This is Dannett working the ball to the left. St.Helens stacking up on the right. Everybody moving deep. Shane Cooper probably will float this ball wide. Here he goes, it's Martin. That's Laughlin onto the party. Two big fellas in the centre. Two big strong fellas. Have to be aware, Sheffield, of the danger and the threat that those centres pose, and I'm sure there will be. And Gamson happy just to collect that ball and take the tackle. Again, Shane Cooper just stabbing the ball through perfectly. He's a man of so many talents, this Cooper. I've admired him for so long. He does so many things well, and people just don't realise what a good defensive player he is.
Well, that's right, Mike. Many times, obviously, you watch the game, but when you come to watch it again, no doubt, as you do yourself, having another look and analysing it, and you see how much work Cooper does. He glides round the pitch, gets through a hell of a lot of graft, keeps his side together, gets them going, and we really miss him when he's not playing.
Well, every Eagles player then a good 2 metres in front of Mr. Campbell. And again, Mr. Campbell taking up a position, strange position. In the meantime, Saints moving the ball well. The party does well. Gets the ball off to Hodgkinson. This is Cooper with the ball. Cooper eventually tackled by Richard Price. This is Sullivan. First touch of the ball. 10 metres from the posts. Best position so far for Saints. McAtee onto Dwyer. Last tackle. What will Saints do on the last ball to Martin at first receiver? Drop goal. Poor attempt. I'm not sure a drop goal at this stage of the game is worth anything. 10 minutes gone, and first pressure really from Saints. I think a little stab through, the same as Cooper did, keeps your pressure on, and you know, eventually wins you the game.
Well, it does, Mike, but always worth a chance. A 1 pointer, as they say, it could be crucial at the end of the game. It's going to be a tight game. Started off well, as you said, 10 minutes, even Steven, end-to-end stuff. Who knows? But a poor attempt.
Yep. Aston. Late ball to Powell. Powell inside to Fraser. Fraser's legging it. Fraser's got Powell. Carr inside. Gamson's on the take. Here's Gamson tracking back. Oh, he's lost the ball. Penalty for stealing the ball. Well, that's unfortunate. Is it McAtee? Yeah, it's young McAtee. Well, I would say it's unfortunate there. He was just grappling at Mark Gamson. No real, you know, that's...
Yet another grey area, Mike.
Yeah.
Another grey area. Sometimes it's penalised, other times it's not. They could do with getting shut of it, couldn't they, Mick?
Well, I don't know about getting shut of it. I don't think it rates a kick at goal, an offence like that. I really don't. I mean, McAtee's just struggling there with Gamson. He's trying to wrestle into the ground. He caught the ball, dragged it out perhaps, but didn't look any real clear intent to me from McAtee. Certainly in the catalogue of offences in rugby league, this doesn't rate as a kickable penalty. But in the meantime, Mark Aston won't worry about that. He'll be happy to take the 2 points and does so. So 11 minutes gone, the Eagles take the lead by 2 points. And a great break again, Fraser showing as he did at Knowsley Road, Ron, that he really can leg it a bit.
He's a big lad, isn't he? And he plays well. Good break there. opened a big hole in the Saints defence. Tackling was good, held him, but obviously reaping the ball and 2 points. But yeah, they're going to have to watch him. There's no danger. He was devastating at Saints. And you're looking to do the double, aren't you? 19-12 you beat us at Nosey Road. Only Wigan now is there to beat in the First Division, Mick. Is that what you told me?
Yes, it's only Wigan to beat in the Rugby League. And
we'll get them done this season now. There's no danger about that. They're gradually drifting away.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't say a man from St. Helens would be biased against Wigan. It wouldn't. It's a thought that wouldn't occur to me. Powell again steps and goes in, but Wigan will be there for the taking at the back end of the season when we play them, assuming that they do keep in the cup. They have a heavy programme coming on. In the meantime, again, Fraser's getting away. Eagles moving the ball about well as they've been doing this last month. Aston, that's a dangerous kick. Plunges onside and underneath. Gets the ball away. To Price, to Powell, to Farrell. Farrell standing. Oh, can't get a pass in. Last tackle. Excellent play from the Eagles. Good scrambling defence from St. Helens. Oh, was that man there? Shane Cooper again. Well, that was a 6-point tackle.
Yes, excellent tactics from Sheffield, Mike. Tactical ploy, Aston, and Plange took it. As you say, Cooper's there again. He covers up, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Every blade of grass.
So the Eagles with what? It's a disappointing crowd, really. Thought perhaps a few more people may have turned up from the local area. Again, Cooper floats the ball over to Riley. Riley comes in field, eventually tackled by Anthony Farrell. Last tackle. Martin steps in. Mark Gamson takes that, little bit of a nasty bounce, but he deals with it well. And the bullet goes back upfield, into midfield. Pickavance and Dannett on the tackle. Eagles standing deep. Aston bringing people running. Again, delayed ball for Powell. Big gap. Fraser's coming. Fraser's coming. Fraser's got it. Fraser's going to score a 6-point try. Wonderful play from the Eagles. They've set that up 3 times so far this game, and that time it worked to perfection. Eagles had men running. Aston brought that delayed pass on to Powell, coming on that secondary line. Huge gap. Fraser dropped off, came inside. Powell delivered the perfect pass.
As you say, Mike, they've set it up before. It's paid off for them this time. Good work there, as you said. Aston, Powell, international standoff, and Fraser coming through at pace, and you'll have a job to stop him. He's a big lad, isn't he? What is he, about 6'3" and what, about 15 stone?
Well, there's all of that, and he's a 14-mile stride as well. So Mark Aston to add the sweeteners. Dare I say it's a formality for Mark. Still taking no chance and concentrating, strikes the ball. An excellent try too. The Eagles have scored some wonderful tries this season. Pigsley comes on the short side again. Rapati drags him down like a rodeo star with a ball. This is Broadbent coming into the heart of the Saints defence and makes good yards. Eagles kicking this time. No, it's Anthony Farrell on that flat pass. Long pass from Jackson. This is Anthony Farrell. He's a difficult man to put down. He's very, very strong upper body strength. Eventually Saints drag him down. Joint and McAtee bring him down. Aston this time to Broadbent, to Carr. Carr's got Pixley. Carr's hanging on to the ball. He's going into touch though. Good defence from Riley and Bernard Dwyer, who came across. Riley did well then. He cut the pass off. He didn't commit himself too early. just made sure Paul Carr didn't get a pass in. Then when Dwyer came across, he dragged him in.
Yes, they covered up well there, Mick, but obviously you can see where Eagles and Gary Etherington think the danger is, or the weakness is, I should say, on the Saints' right flank. Let's just see if it pays dividends. Obviously they've scored one on the right flank, you a left flank. We just have to see. But Saints in possession, and obviously we're trailing 8 points to 0. We've got to hit back, haven't we?
Long time to go yet, though. It's just only about 17 minutes of the match gone. There's some good defence there from Bruce Maguire and Paul Broadbent. This is Dwyer. Paul Carr underneath this time. Martin again, toes one over. Oh, well done, Mark Aston. Worked well in secondary defence, and Lee Jackson was there with him. I'm sure that was a penalty. This is Richard Price, just giving his forwards a blow. Always comes in when it's needed, Richard Price. Mick Cook. Well, I don't see any difference between that play of the ball and the play of the ball just a couple of minutes ago. I just don't understand the inconsistency of the referees. If they're going to penalise at the play of the ball, they must penalise everything. They can't penalise 1 in 4. It's unfair to the players, Ron.
Well, it is, yeah. It doesn't give you any art, like, does it, when you're trying to build up? Obviously, you're going through plan moves and that. Excuse me, Mike. But as you say, it's just the inconsistency, isn't it?
Yeah. Broadbent. Short side attack. Maguire just shows that ball to Richard Price. Well, the Eagles scored with that last week at Featherstone, and they scored here against Oldham with it. Paul Carr almost breaks the line. The Eagles moving the ball quickly about. Lots of variety in the play. Powell this time gets tied up. He's tackled by McAtee. McAtee very busy in defence. Paul Broadbent goes to the posts. 5 metres from the post, last tackle. Aston drop goal. And that's drifted away. So Saints, in the shape of Sullivan, bring the ball out. McAtee has a go from acting half-back. Here he goes, he's dangerous. He's got a step on him off both feet. Played well with the academy. This is Dannett now. This is a good roll from Saints. So that's the best progress Saints have made, really, with the set. Joint comes in. No, I'm sorry, it's Pickavans. McAtee floats a beautiful ball out to Laughlin. Good defence from the Eagles. Richard Price picked the ball carrier out well. Martin puts the ball high, and it's over the dead ball line. Well, that was St. Helens' best set of the game.
Yeah, the idea is right, Mike, but obviously didn't come off. A testing high kick for Tommy Martin. All the players on side, but it was too deep. Got to try and penetrate this tight Eagles defence, and plenty of time to go halfway through the first half. Eagles still in the lead, 8 points to 0. Playing well, running hard, running strong. This short drop-off ball's been paying dividends. Just that delayed pass, and it's found holes in the Saints defence 2 and 3 times, hasn't it?
Certainly has. They've moved the ball quickly into space and always had men running at gaps. So Broadbent feeds the ball back to Jackson. Jackson on to Carr. And Carr again, just with that secondary effort, just picks up another 5 or 6 metres. Mick Cook on to Anthony Farrell. Anthony Farrell again takes several men to drag him down, just on the halfway line. Ball goes back to Mark Aston. Aston puts the ball into the corner, and Alan Hunt wants that to run dead, and it has done so. Well, I think a man of Alan Hunt's ability should pick that ball up and run it back, but then I'm only wanting to see good football.
Well, that's true, yes. Obviously we know Alan Hunt's pedigree, don't we? But you play to orders, I suppose, and if there's a chance of it running dead, well, you let it go just to make sure.
So McAtee, first receiver, Turns Rapati inside. Rapati looking for a hold. Again, an excellent tackle from Anthony Farrell. Says McAtee picking up off that roll. And Mr. Campbell again. Spotting an offence. Ruling this time that somebody being hanging onto the ball carrier. And we have a clock stop for some reason. Phil Vivers brings the sand on. And he calls the medical man on for Sheffield. And the Eagles making a change early. It's Ryan Sheridan replacing Paul Carr. Well, I can only see that as an injury to Paul Carr. I think he was carrying an injury into the game, Ron. I don't think they would change Ryan Sheridan for Paul Carr so early on. He's been playing excellently as Paul Carr. I think he's carrying an hamstring injury. But yeah, have you seen much of this Ryan Sheridan?
No, not really, Mike. But I mean, Carr has been running strong, hasn't he? You know, whether he, as you say, if he's carrying an injury and he knows how dangerous, Gary Etherington knows how dangerous he can be. He's just giving him a break and maybe bring him on after. You know, he can have a bit of treatment, can't he?
Yeah, well, perhaps that could be the case. In the meantime, Laughlin. Makes the score 8 points to 2. "23 minutes of the first half gone." And it's a quick 23 minutes. Mark Aston gets us away again. Riley comes away from the corner and makes it to the quarter line. So we'll probably see, Ron, that Mark Aston will probably move into the scrum, or maybe move out to stand off and Daryl Powell move into the scrum. So we'll just have to wait till the next scrum just to see how the Eagles will line up. But Ryan Sheridan does add an extra dimension to the Eagles' attack. He has the ability to go through a defensive line. This is Cooper into Rapati. Rapati onto Dwyer. Dwyer. Well, that's play on. Dwyer lost the ball. But that's just one of those calls. It's so easy for a linesman at times to call that raking out. Eagles quickly on the changeover, shake the ball. Oh, Powell tried to cut through then. Eagles very quick to exploit that far side on the turnover. Richard Price trying to dummy his way through. Runs into Laughlin. Paul Broadbent again makes good yards. Ryan Sheridan this time first receiver. Just takes the ball to the defensive line. Last tackle. Aston, this time hands on the 5th. Powell has got plans, toes it through, it's a chase. Oh, Alan Hunt has to play that ball. And those billboards look a little bit close. I hadn't noticed before, but they don't look 7 feet away from the goal line. Well, from the dead ball line, I should say.
I don't know about that, Mick, but 3-man overlap, you can't say it's cold there. Nearly paid dividends. Nice chip through, and as you say, Alan Hunt just kicked it dead with Plange bearing down on him. But you've got the ball back for another set of 6.
Yep. This is Gamson. Right back into Saints territory. Broadbent gets one off to Jackson. Jackson to Gamson. Gamson gets into St. Helens quarter. Eagles stacking deep on the left. Late ball from Jackson to Aston. McAtee, no, it's Shane Cooper that spotted that. Took Aston quickly. This time Sheridan trying to develop the ball. Just turns the ball onto Richard Price. Just run out of direction, then the Eagles attack. Mick Cook will set him back up. Here he goes. Mick Cook battling away. Mick Cook and Bernard Dwyer very much of a kind of player. Aston toes over. That could be anybody's. Alan Hunt comes up with it. Well, that looked dangerous. I just said
he was moving to the right, Mick, wasn't he? And then he chipped it to the left, nearly codded the Saints. It came off some players' back, and one of our players' back, and Alan Hunt caught it.
Yep.
We can be excused for not picking him out from this distance, can't we, Mike? It's about 3 days camel ride from the pitch, isn't it?
It is. It's a long way. It's a good position to see. You don't see the players as individually as perhaps you should, but you do see the whole game. And this is Hodgkinson. I keep mistaking Hodgkinson for McAtee. That's Cooper. Puts the ball into the corner. Plange will come away with it. Straightens up and just gets out to the 10. I'm just saying that Bernard Dwyer and Mick Cook are very much the same kind of players.
Oh yeah, good hard grafters. The type of player that you've got to have in your side. Tackle anything above grass and always there, aren't they?
Yeah. 80-minute men, non-stop. Keep going forward. Just don't know when to give up. Powell on the short side this time. Offloads to Richard Price. He's tackled by Laughlin and linesman in. Mr. Campbell walks sedately over for a discussion with the linesman. So just 10 minutes of the first half remaining. The Eagles awarded a penalty. Linesman nominating Paul Laughlin. This is Broadbent with the first one. Oh, gets a good ball away. Maguire onto Farrell, and again Shane Cooper spotting the ball carrier. What a good player he is. What a brain he has. Deep on the right now, the Eagles. Paul Broadbent coming on this ball. Gets it to Price. Price onto Powell. Nice quick hands from the Eagles, but Powell just couldn't hang on to that ball. Again, lots of variety in the Eagles' attacks.
Oh, they're so quick tonight, Mike, aren't they? And they say tackling it's going to have to be tightened up. They're getting the ball away too often, obviously, for Eric Hughes and Shane Cooper's liking. And I'm sure that they'll be working on that after the half-time talk.
Yeah. So, Saints working the ball away from their own try line. This is Dwyer. Gets a good pass off to Hodgkinson. No, it's to... Yes, it was Hodgkinson. And good tackling from David Plange on Sullivan. This is Alan Hunt with his first tilt. Alan Hunt won the game last season down here with a terrific try from his own quarter. Martin kicking from deep. Mark Gamson under no rush. Martin hasn't chased his kick. Gamson just gives his forward a chance to get back. That's not bad thinking from Mark Gamson. If Martin doesn't chase the kick, he can just give his forwards that 2 or 3 seconds extra to get back, give his teammates a chance to get realigned. And here we had off the first tackle. Eagles all set with a good line. Jackson working his way up the ruck. Jackson to Broadbent. What a good pass. Has Broadbent got the legs? He had Mick Cook with him. Nice play. Nice tight play from Lee Jackson. Eagles now. Here come the cavalry. Oh, just Masson couldn't get the ball in. Richard Price. Onto Powell. Powell has Fraze. Turns him inside. Fraze can't get the pass away. St.Helens scrambling well. Hodgkinson doing a lot of work. Aston. Broadbent on the charge. Back to Aston. Aston tries the dummy. Gets it off to Gamson, scores! Excellent play, Mark Aston. Superb play, Paul Broadbent. Outstanding football, the Eagles.
Yes, an excellent try, Mick. Well finished. A lot of pair of hands it went through there, didn't it? And it all come from Lee Jackson in the middle of the field. He should have been well tackled, shouldn't he? But he got the ball up to Cook. Was it Broadbent, I beg your pardon, and he run it well. Alan Hunt took him down, but the ball was still kept alive, and that's been the secret. As I said, the tackling will have to be tightened up, but a superb try. Well finished, and 14 points it's going to be now, isn't it, with this conversion to the Eagles and 2 to the Saints. A big hill.
Certainly, aye, this first 40 minutes, well, 35 is it? 32 minutes. Oh, and Ronnie putting the mockers on Mark Aston. Put in for the Wild.
I don't know.
So Martin gets us away. Mark Aston plays it with his foot, hands on to Gamson. Gamson always ready to take a ball off anybody and go another 5-10 metres. Always ready to throw himself into the attack. Maguire, tackled by Dannett, just gets over the quarter line. Paul Broadbent, big spaces, lots of yardage there for Paul Broadbent. Oh, that's not a good pass. He works hard at his game, does Paul Broadbent, but he was doing that last week at Featherstone. That's not the pace to be putting those passes off. Okay on the line, but not in your own quarter. Puts Saints in a good position. Joint. So Saints with the best position for a long time, Ron.
Well, it is for a while, yes. What did you say about squeezing the pass out there, Mike? It's been coming off for you, and it's been paying dividends. A loose pass there, it's come off an Eagles player. I think we should be getting another set of 6. I don't think the referee's indicated it, though, Mick, has he?
Don't think so. This is Dwyer. Hodgkinson on to Dick Evans. He's well tackled by Broadbent. Hodgkinson again goes from acting half. Good space. Cooper turns Joint inside. Last tackle now. Martin first man, probably tow it through. He does so. Gamson, Pixley it is. No, it's Mark Gamson. Wasn't sure what to do then, but just towed it across. There's nothing to come.
Yeah, he just caught in 2 minds there, Gamson, I think. But yeah, obviously he had to tow it through. We didn't see him give the indication for another 6 tackles. I mean, after that I counted 4, but I stand to be corrected. But anyway, Sheffield have to drop out. Saints have possession. 5 minutes before the interval, trailing by 10 points, 12-2. We need points on the board, Mick. Let's hope we can get them.
Yep. So Dwyer plays the ball. This is Cooper. Brings a party running. Good tackle again from Anthony Farrell. Hodgkinson on to McAtee. McAtee to Dannett. Joint has a tilt. Runs hard and straight. Had a good season, Chris Joint. This is McAtee, first man. Drops the ball way back to Dwyer. Dwyer always available. Cooper comes on a great run. Makes himself available for Dwyer. Last tackle. Well, Cooper tries that little dribble through. Not a bad tactic. And Lee Jackson just happy to take the tackle. There's one beef I have about Shane Cooper. Anthony Farrell making good. Yeah, there's one beef I have about Shane Cooper. I do really think he's a really great player. Is the way sometimes he messes about to play the ball.
Oh, well, not available for comment, Mick. I think he's all right. I'm saying nothing.
All right. So, Brooks Maguire. Oh, that's another unforced error from the Eagles. They haven't made many tonight. But it's hard when it comes off a period of sustained pressure. Saints just going through 18 tackles there, and they'll have another 6 now. This is Cooper. McAtee switches the ball back to Martin, to Rapati. Hunt comes inside, steps Maguire. And a penalty here
High tackle.
for high tackle on Alan Hunt. Ball goes to Laughlin. Laughlin indicates to go for goal.
It didn't look much from up here, Mick, did it, really? Obviously, you know, we haven't got the expert view like as the public obviously know. It's on Sky Television tonight, perhaps which speaks for the pretty poor crowd, as you would say. Probably a lot from St. Helens wouldn't travel due to the distance and that, but no doubt Steve will be analysing that, won't he, very critically to see whether it was a high tackle or whatever. But the referee's given it a chance for Laughlin to get an extra couple of points back. As you're just saying, Mike, good pressure from the Saints, but excellent tackling, 18 on the bounce from Eagles, and then was making good headway when the player dropped the ball. It's the post there, and Farrell in possession. He let off for the Eagles and maybe justified, Mike.
Well, as you say, we went a lot further away than Mr. Campbell. Certainly didn't look anything to us, but that's two misses there, one for Aston and one for Laughlin, and two of the most regular goal kickers in the First Division. Richard Price in the meantime brings the ball away, spins, makes an extra 5. 2 minutes to go to the half-time outer. Gamson comes in and gives his forwards a blow. Last tackle. Ball goes back to Aston. He puts it in front of Sullivan. Sullivan winds up. And a good chase from the Eagles. Good line right across the field. Plenty of red shirts in front of Sullivan then. Dwyer hands on to Rapati. Opens the ball out on the first tackle. Rapati gets rid of Fraze. But Fraze just hangs on. Drags him down. Well, touch of offside then, yes. Fraze gave that away. That was unprofessional from David Fraze. Mr. Campbell had no option but to give a penalty.
Well, that's right, yeah, not marking up correctly. He was stood in front, and Maguire as well. But I think the quick play the ball, Mick, that did it. Obviously, the player not quick enough getting back onside, but Saints played it quickly, and they got a penalty.
Yep. So in a good position again. Eagles defence being tested in this last 10 minutes. It's Cooper with that late run round and late pass. This time it's Joint on the late ball. He's tackled by Powell. Eagles defence right on top of the game, covering every hole up so far. McAtee onto Martin. Well, that's to anybody. That'll be in touch. No. Riley drags it in. One or two Eagles fans claiming forward pass. I'm not sure if it was or it wasn't. This is Dwyer. Lee Jackson cutting that pass off, and the Eagles driving Dwyer back. Broadbent and Maguire in on the charge. This is Hodgkinson. Well, he's made good yards as Hodgkinson around the ruck. Last tackle. If anybody's threatened the Eagles' defence, it's been Hodgkinson. This is Martin. Well, Joint offside then, but Martin comes for his ball. Excellent catch, Mark Gamson. Never flinched, kept his eye on the ball under some pressure. Lot of blue shirts, lot of blue traffic around him.
Oh yes, there's no danger, but it's a tester, and you've got to test the opposition, haven't you, Mick? That's the idea. But he's safe as houses at the back there. He's been tested throughout the first 40 minutes, and good display from the Eagles. Can't take anything away from them. The line's not been penetrated, has it?
No. The one that's threatened most has been Hodgkinson.
Well, Hodgkinson and Joint have run well, you know, obviously running off Shane Cooper, but that's how it is. Tight defence. Unfortunately, Saints conceded 2 tries, and there you go, 12-2, and that looks as though it's going to be the half-time score.
This time Aston puts one deep. Carries on with the charge. Everybody on side for the Eagles. Mark Aston's played them on side, and it's all on. Well done, Mark Aston. Nice bit of improvisation then from Aston under pressure. Couldn't get his first kick in, stepped, came inside, changed his idea, put the ball deep downfield, over Hunt's head and chased, and gained 50 metres on the ploy. This is Laughlin coming deep off Shane Cooper, and that's the hooter goes. And the Eagles just kept the line intact in that last 10 minutes, certainly being under intense pressure, and an excellent 40 minutes of football run.
Yes, superb. Obviously, as far as you are concerned, Mick, Saints trailing 12 points to 2, but 2 excellent tries, especially the Gamson try. Must have gone through, what, 8 or 9 pairs of hands, and all come from where in midfield, as I said, from the Hooker, Jackson, where, as far as I'm concerned, he should have been buried. Yeah. But full marks for the 40 minutes, 12-2 in the lead, and I'm sure we'll have another exciting 40 minutes to finish off. Eagles looking to do the double, as I said, 19-12 at Nosey Road. Not many teams win at Nosey Road, but 12-2 up here. We'll see soon. The 8th game where the Saints have been involved with the Eagles in the First Division. Saints winning 5, losing 2, obviously losing at Nosey Road earlier this season, 19-12, and in 1990-91 season losing here 18 points to 8 at the Don Valley. But the Sheffield Eagles in the celebrating 10 seasons with the start of this season's Mike in the First Division, isn't it? 84-85 season when they first came in.
It certainly is, and they've made an awful lot of progress in that time. And you have to admire them. They've spent no money, they've had no big backers, they've done it all on a shoestring, and they've just developed. Every year there's been development, and if the Eagles maintain the form to the end of the season, this will be further development for the Eagles.
Yes, that's true. Anyway, we're underway in the second half. Scrum down, Saints head and ball. McAtee will feed. I'm sure Eric Hughes will have had strong words with his side, but Eagles moving up quickly there in an offside position. The referee, Mr. Campbell, just indicating... Anyway, it's a penalty to the Saints. Paul Loughlin finds touch. An ideal platform for the Saints to build on. They need points on the board. 12-2 they trail. But the Eagles' defence has been tight. Tommy Hodgkinson has acting half-back for the Saints. Good runners there as Dannett comes in. Makes good progress. Brought down just to the left of the sticks. Only about 2 or 3 metres short. Hodgkinson again at dummy half. Well, he takes it. Obviously, the plan move went wrong there. He had to take the tackle. McAtee steps up quickly. He moves it right. Saints have got to move quickly, obviously, to penetrate this defence. Tirapati running out wide, looking for Riley on the inside. Riley has it. He's brought down. Saints now moving it along the line. Not many chinks in this Sheffield armour. And Saints are going to be testing it to full in this second half. And I'm sure Sheffield will be making sure that the defence is tight. Loughlin, Loughlin's in for the score. Just as I was saying, the commentator's nightmare, Mick, but obviously the right results as far as I'm concerned. But I'm just saying, not many chinks in this Sheffield armour, and 1 minute and 40 seconds, and Loughlin in for the Saints' first try.
Yes, that's the first mistake the Eagles have made in defence. One of the Eagles defenders just took the wrong option then, came out of the line early, and that just left Loughlin with a big hole to go in. Too big a fella to get a ball just 20 metres from the line. With a clear run, and you're not going to stop Paul Loughlin there.
With a converted try separating the sides. Good wins for both teams last week away from home. Sheffield beating Featherstone 38 points to 28. At Featherstone, always a hard job there. And the Saints running out winners 35-22 at Wakefield after a little hiccup midway through the second half. But Eagles kick off now. Mike Riley walks right into a brick wall. Solid tackling again. Cooper, the man in possession, takes it up the centre, makes good yardage, 10-15. Well, that's I suppose, as we say, mixed metaphors, isn't it, Mike, when we say it on about good yardage, and we're in metres, aren't we? But we're pound, shillings and pence fellas, aren't we?
We certainly are, but I'll still call it yardage until they nail me down.
But Anthony Sullivan coming in field. Saints got to put a bit of variation, obviously. Chris Joyt running out hard, strong, takes it up the centre, the last tackle of the sequence. Quick play the ball by Hodgkinson, onto Tommy Martin, puts it down to Gamson, but he's been deadly safe. throughout the first period. 4 minutes have gone in the second half. 12 points to 6 to score. Still in Sheffield's favour. But Saints hitting back with that Loughlin try. He's third of the season. He's also scored 57 goals. Defence is going to be tight as far as St. Helens are concerned. They've got to make sure that they tackle anything above grass. Well, looked a little knock on there is given, even though I thought the ball may have come sideways, but Lee Jackson took his, obviously was playing it before he'd actually got hold of it.
Yeah, just had a quick look and paid the penalty, and again the Eagles giving up good position and possession.
Yeah, Saints with scrum feed, McAtee, Alan Hunt chiming in the line, gives the dummy as Paul Loughlin goes in field, but well taken there by Richard Price, the right centre for the Eagles. In a good attacking position, 20 metres out. Andy Dannett straightens it up, solid tackling again. Mr. Campbell urging Sheffield to line out. Chris Joint straightens it up, but solid tackling again. Just for that one lapse there, the tackling has been superb. Quick hands, Cooper, Alan Hunt again. Obviously, as you were saying, Mike, we've not seen much of Alan Hunt in the first half, but he's been up there in the attack in the early minutes, hasn't he?
Yeah, may have had one or two directions given to him at the half-time talk, and Alan Hunt's been involved more in this first 5 minutes than he was in the whole first 40.
Yes, and the handover, I think that's the first handover we've had in the game. And Sheffield back in possession. And I'm sure the Saints will want to contain them there for this set of 6. Lee Jackson, out-acting half-back, versatile hooker. Big money signing for you, Mike, as far as they're concerned. One of your most expensive player.
Oh, by a long chalk, the most expensive player. And the Eagles still having trouble paying for him.
But both Jackson and Dannett, ex-Hull teammates on the opposing side today, and obviously they've been in many a good, strong Hull side. But Eagles are still throwing the ball out and keeping it going, trying to catch Saints off guard. Saints stretched over here. Anthony Farrell. He gets it away. Oh, good handling. Good handling onto David Plange. Into space. He's only the fullback to beat his Plange. Alan Hunt did come in, but it was Chris Joint that closed him down. But the Eagles, good yardage again. They're moving well. Prop forward there, Paul Broadbent. Well, that's the turnover. But a full 60-70 metres there, Mick. The Eagles came through there. Excellent play.
Determined not to let the ball die and keep it alive, and eventually found the man spare, and it ended up with the Planche coming right upfield. I thought Paul Broadbent was the wrong man there at that position. We had the cavalry coming up on full song. We had men over on that side, and I'm afraid Paul Broadbent just tried to go for a bit of glory, and the Eagles paid the penalty. In the meantime, they've come up with the ball.
Yes, a sloppy play of the ball by the Saints. It puts the Eagles in a good attacking position. 15 metres from the Saints line. In the lead, 12 points to 6. 8 minutes gone of the second half. Broadbent's in possession now. Looking to get the ball out again. The Saints will have to make sure the tackles are clamped. Man and ball. Now it's with Mick Cook. Well, look at him wriggle. He gets the ball away to Jackson. On to Broadbent. He turns it inside. Aston, torpedo pass there. On to Powell. And out to the opposite wing, Pixley. A loose pass at the end, but well taken up and well tidied up. Gamson there, going from acting half, is it, Mike? Hey, I'm not doing so bad from a good distance, are we? Oh, but Eagles press again. Last tackle of the sequence. What will the Eagles do? Will they put a tester up? It's chipped through on the diagonal. Alan Hunt has to chip it dead. It's drop out from between the sticks. Sheffield with another set of 6 on Maguire there, nearly breaking through the first line of defence.
Yeah, the Eagles right on top form at the moment. As you said, a superb kick from Mark Aston. Alan Hunt had no options then but to play the ball dead. He really didn't fancy even picking it up.
It was a perfectly flighted ball, wasn't it? Obviously just dangling, if that's the correct word, in the in-goal area. But Lee Jackson got the ball away. Solid tackling there by the Saints. Sheffield just inside the 20-metre area. Variation of play again. Farrell coming onto a short ball on the opposite diagonal. Rapati quickly in there, along with Shane Cooper. Sheffield move it left. Fraze running out wide. Oh, the ball's loose. Saints pick it up. 12-6 to score. 10 minutes of the second half. Alan Hunt pumping those legs, as Mike said before, getting involved more in the opening 5 minutes of the second period than he had been in. Oh, Saints lose possession than he had been in the whole first half. Jackson out to Aston. Well, he drops that, but it went backwards. Quite a lot of mistakes in this second half as Martin there marks up. Jackson brings it blindside. McCook running out wide. And now Jackson again from acting half-back, brings it blindside, testing the Saints defence. Good yardage there. Cook at dummy half, along the line. Substitute Sheridan. Overlap there, Powell. Out to Pixley. Can Pixley squeeze in? No, nearly has his jersey ripped off again. And he's forced into touch. But excellent play there from one side of the field to the other, Mike. And obviously, as we say again, nearly paid dividends. But it's the Saints defence that's being tested, and it's standing up to the test.
Yeah, Saints scrambling well. I mean, they scrambled well in the first half. Saints scored two, Eagles scored 2 tries, but they're excellent tries. But the Saints saved several positions in the first half, and they're doing superbly well with scrambling defence so far. But the Eagles are moving the ball as well as anybody in the first division, really, at the moment.
Well, obviously, you're looking to get in the top 8. You're in 8th position at present, and looking to obviously a Premiership playoff place. And you know, you've been in the second division Premiership final. You've won it a couple of times, is it,
yes,
Mike? And obviously looking for the first division. But I'm sure you'll have to overcome the Saints. Well, actually, we are the holders, Mike. Not as I need to remind you.
No, we're there last May, of course. And I don't think a top 4 place is really out of the reach. If they win today, they're only 2 points behind Saints, who are in 5th position. All the top 4 teams are involved in the Challenge Cup, so everything's up for grabs. The Eagles, if they just maintain the concentration, keep the football going, get a bit of luck, well then, they could get an home draw in the top 4.
Yes, that's true. You've got to have the bounce of the ball, the rub of the green and what have you. That was the last tackle. McAtee got it away well, just bounced a foot or so infield and went into touch. Going to be a scrum down with a Sheffield feed. But as you said, both teams need the win tonight, Mike. And unfortunately, as far as Saints are concerned, we're going to have a bit of a fixture pile up with a match against Bradford at the day after the Cup. That's been rearranged. And obviously we've got the Leeds match, which has been called off, even though they've only got Schofield in the side. They've got 4 academy players playing, and the match has been called off, which I think's an injustice. But you just got to get on with it. It makes you wonder who's running the league. It used to be Wigan. Now it's maybe Leeds and Wigan, Mike.
well, your favourite phrase, no comment. But it is true. It's a pertinent fact that 3 of the top 4 sides have all got, well, all the top 4 sides have got fixture pile-ups. So, the Eagles will be playing teams, and teams will be playing each other that in tight conditions. So some results could go for the Eagles.
Yes, well, that's all part and parcel of the game. You've just got to put up with that, haven't you? No good crying over spilt milk, as they said. We just got to get on with it. But it's Eagles that have possession. The last tackle of this set of 6, it's on to Aston. He puts a tester up. He's obviously testing Alan Hunt. Well, Hunt taken down, obstructed in my impartial opinion. But the referee, I think he was just letting advantage go, maybe. No, he's going to pull Anthony Farrell up, I think, for bundling Alan Hunt down in his efforts to get the ball. Well, obviously not. He doesn't see it that way. It's a scrum down. It's Saints feed. So pick the bones out of that, Mick, as they say.
Well, I think you're right. I think Daryl Powell played Alan Hunt before the ball, and I don't think Anthony Farrell touched the ball. I don't see how he could give a knock on against the Eagles. I don't think an Eagles player touched the ball.
Yes, how is not a reason why I would love? Just get on with it. But Saints have possession. Tirapati. Strong runner. Tremendous upper body strength, just getting back, as you said before, Mike, to full match fitness. His last season here at St. Helens. Be with the Auckland Warriors next season, along with a few Wigan players, and I'm sure they'll do well in the big league. obviously the Eagles supporters just helping referee Campbell along with his counting there. They may have undercounted or overcounted before. The ball it's not run into touch, yes, it just trickled into touch there as I think Gamson that came over for it, but it's 10 metres from the try line. The scrum to be formed 10 metres infield. Sheffield head and ball. 15 minutes of the second half gone and still 12 points to 6. Just that early try for the Saints, Mike, but both sides holding on to the defence.
Yeah, both sides scrambling well, and Sheridan coming away with the ball at the moment. Saints having some trouble progressing the ball when they're in their own quarter. They don't seem to make much progress. I can really only think of one set when they've come downfield with the ball. So the Eagles' containment's been superb tonight, especially against a team of Saints quality.
Oh yes, we're just hitting a bit of form, Mike. Obviously, it's same as yourself. We're looking for 7 on the trot tonight. It's going to be hard against an in-form Eagles, especially on their own mid-in. But we've still got players out injured. John Griffiths, David Lyon, and 3 forwards out. 3 powerful forwards. Obviously, Sonny Nicol, no stranger to you, came from here. George Mann and John Neal also missing. But an excellent kick-up fielder, saved a lot of running. Finds touch 10 metres from the Saints line. It's going to be Saints head and ball, but good tactics there for the Eagles.
Yeah, good set again, and Mark Aston finishes set off with a good kick. Just see if Saints can bring the ball away this time from their own quarter.
Yes, McAtee will feed. Mike Riley coming in field. Saints move it out left. Rapati playing in the centre. Saints keep it going again with Cooper. Out to Chris Joint, he straightens up. Brought down 5 metres short of the halfway line. Hodgkinson attacked in half-back. Short ball, McAtee brings on Dannett. Dannett breaks through the first line of defence. Quickly dispatched to the earth by ex-teammate Jackson. Saints keep it going, it's Cooper. Drives through, just taken down there. Good tackle there by Mick Cook. Last one of the sequence. It's chipped through, Aston took it, juggled a little bit with it as Tommy Hodgkinson came in. David Plange from the acting half-back position, fends off Tony Sullivan. Paul Loughlin brings him down. Mick Cook attacked in half-back, Farrell taking up the running. As we were saying before, Mike, it was half-time before the 40 minutes went pretty quickly. We've had nearly 20 minutes of the second half. It's flying along, isn't it? Good rugby, exciting.
Yeah, it certainly is. And there we just saw that Ryan Sheridan just testing the marker defence from St. Helens. They have to watch Ryan because he's very quick from that position. Aston toes through. Anthony Sullivan under some pressure there. Terrific tackle from David Plange.
Yes, good kick there, astute kick. Caught the Saints a little bit on the hop. Sullivan had to go back, took it well, but the sheer severity of the tackle forced him back over the line. And the home support here, tremendous. Obviously, you'll have touch with your players. The supporters only on one side here at the Don Valley. It's a pity, really. Does it affect the atmosphere? Well, it obviously affects the atmosphere. Does it affect the players? Because I'm sure the Saints players like support all round the field.
Well, that's what's been brought up. We have to understand that the Eagles players, most of them are used to this. It's what they've been developed with. The club's developed. Most of the players have developed with the club, so they see this as a normal situation. People like yourself, Ron, see it as something different. But there's no question that the Eagles supporters really are good supporters. They keep with the team. They're vociferous in the support, and they have a good away travelling support. Normally we have a drummer for home games. That we haven't heard him tonight. Oh, I'm on. He's on cue.
Yeah, there he is. Sheridan from the base of the scrum. Oh, another knock on. Well, a catalogue of errors. Sheffield had the ball, they knocked it forward. Saints come away with it, 2 or 3 tackles. A quick pass up to Shane Cooper, he couldn't take it. The scrum just formed, and on the second tackle, Sheffield knock it forward. Back with Saints possession. McAtee at the back of the scrum. Saints moving it right. Alan Hunt. He's bringing in Tia Rapati. He comes cross field. looking for the gap, looking for the little chink there. But Carr, I think it is, that brings him down. Cook, I beg your pardon, that brought him down. Carr obviously been substituted. Tommy Hodgkinson for the Saints. Chris Joint. A little shimmy, tries to go through. Good tackling by the Eagles. Quick in at the play the ball, obviously trying to take Saints off the game and doing a good job as well. McAtee onto Loughlin. Gets the ball away, just going down in the tackle. McAtee, the county player, amateur, the academy county player. One substitute appearance and one appearance in the first team last week. As Cooper glides through, a lofted ball. Mike Riley can't take it. He can't take it cleanly. The idea was right. Cooper had done a lot of the spade work, saw the gap in the defence. A lofted pass to Riley. An awkward ball, he couldn't take it, Mike. Sheffield head and ball now at the scrum.
Yeah, typical Shane Cooper, the way he drifts across field and players just seem to hang off him and fall off him. He has lots of space, just floated the ball out. Thankfully for the Eagles, Riley just couldn't get it in, and else he'd have had a free run. That shows how dangerous Shane Cooper is. But you get the feeling now, Ron, that the players are just becoming a little bit anxious. Both teams know that the next score will probably settle the game, and just beginning to, one or two players are beginning to snatch at the ball and just becoming a little bit indecisive.
Yes, but you are in charge. You're leading by 12 points to 6. As we know, it's only a converted try and anything can happen. The bounce of the ball, the rub of the green, but both sets of teams, well, both teams playing well. Gamson there, well taken down, well marshalled, and good tackling by the Saints. Rapati and Chris Joint, I was going to say, come in there. Just couldn't see who it was. Rapati, I think, but the ball's put up. A testing kick. Alan Hunt takes it cleanly. He rounds his man. He builds up a head of steam. Goes down that touchline. Shows the ball in field. Has to take the tackle. Quick play the ball needed now for the Saints. They've got to spread it along the line there. Tried to catch Sheffield cold. Good yardage. 5 metres from the halfway line. The ball has gone back. It's loose again. Lots of boos from the homesters. They feel that ball was knocked forward. Hodgkinson from dummy half, looking for that half gap. These short scampering dashes that Hodgkinson has been famed for in his extended run in the first team. Now with Joint. Tirapati coming through, nearly caused an obstruction. Blindside ploy, Cooper. On to Loughlin, chips it through, but he finds touch. The idea was right with Loughlin and Sullivan there, but unfortunately Mick, the kick as far as Loughlin is concerned, went into touch, but they tried to just chip forward there, just as Sheffield have been doing.
Yeah, nice short side move, Cooper, just bringing the ball, straightening the play up, bringing Loughlin running straight. Loughlin deciding just to tow it through that time and chase with Sullivan, as you say, didn't quite have the right direction for St. Helens.
But it's Sheffield who win the scrum. Saints up there, moving in quickly. Lee Jackson attacked in half-back. He moves it left. Gamson up in the line. And Sheffield restart again. The one thing about them, they certainly make good yardage with the set of 6. But Saints looking to introduce a substitute. And it looks like Afe Leawilla that's going to be introduced. Sheffield put the ball upfield, a good deep kick. Saints take it at the second bite of the cherry. And now it's Alan Hunt, tries to bring it across the face of the posts.
Well, this will be an interesting exchange, Ron. It looks as though they're bringing Tommy Martin off and bringing Afe on, and I'm not sure what position Afe normally plays.
Well, he's been playing in the centre, Mike, so I'm sure there'll be a little bit of change. Obviously, they'll put Tirapati to stand off, put Afe in the centre. He's been playing very strongly, and obviously he's justified his place. With Eric Hughes, he's obviously impressed him, and he's put him in today.
We'll just inform the Eagles supporters who may be watching this video later date, and David plans bringing the ball away well, that this chap is Vega Tuigamala's brother-in-law.
Yes, that's correct, Tuigamala's brother-in-law, and let's hope he does a good job for the Saints, and he makes a better job of it than Inga the Winger, as our friends in the Sky commentary box are calling him. They was really raving over him, wasn't they, on his debut, especially with him scoring a double movement try as well. But that's another story, isn't it? Sheridan for the Eagles, keeps the ball moving, onto Powell, into space, Jackson. Oh, the Eagles just couldn't take the ball. It's still alive. Nearly caught cold there, the Saints, but it's Carr that attacked in halfback. Oh, good ball handling from the Eagles, and a good position, centre field, perhaps a drop goal, Mick, that will give you that 1 point cushion. No, obviously going for the try. Oh, it's a try! That's a try! Super play there from the acting half-back position on the sixth tackle. Gamson with his second of the afternoon, or second of the evening I should say, but that's a try that, as far as we're concerned, it should never have been scored on the last tackle, but he did well, chipped it through, a great flighted ball, and he touched down, didn't he, with the Saints just looking on.
Thankfully, St.Helens players behind the line and standing quiet.
An excellent 6 points there for the Eagles. The substitution is allowed to take place. Afe Leawiller comes on for Paul Loughlin. And you have a substitute, have you? Ian Hughes has come on now.
Paul Carr's on as well.
Oh, I do beg your pardon, Loughlin's gone to the other centre, just being corrected there. And Rapati will have gone to stand off. And Afe Leawiller has come along to centre partner Anthony Sullivan. So it is Tommy Martin that's been replaced. Eagles chip it through again. £18-6, and the Eagles looking good value.
Carr and Hughes on for Maguire and Farrell.
So Carr and Hughes on for Maguire and Farrell, and 28 minutes of the second half gone. 12 points separate the sides. Shane Cooper's got to try and lift his men. Always difficult here at the Don Valley, and as we said before, a fixture pile-up coming up for the Saints. And the next game is the Challenge Cup semi-final, a fortnight tomorrow at Central Park, Wigan. Chris Joint tries to break the defence. Cooper again, prodding and probing, brings it blindside. Afe has possession. The first Tongan to play for the Saints, a former Tongan rugby union centre. He's played rugby league